Thank you so much for continuing following me here at Custom Body Fitness. I'm going to start recording these talking videos again. A couple of our clients requested these videos. They say they benefit from these videos, and that's the reason why I'm gonna do these videos again. So today we're gonna talk about three important things. We're gonna be talking about excuses, false reasons, and real reasons. We're gonna compare what's the difference between one, the other one, and the other one. So before we go straight to the point, I want you to do me a huge favor. I'm gonna be straightforward in this video. So if you don't like honesty, if you don't like people telling you things that you may change and things like that, you may want to skip this video. This video is only for people who want to deliver results. And this is the reason why we deliver results to our members. Because weight loss is not only about exercising and eating healthy. Yes, that's the end results. That's what you want to do. You want to exercise and you want to eat healthy, but many people can't do that. And the reason is because they haven't set their mind to the reality. And to set your mind to the reality, you must know the truth. And when somebody comes and tells you the truth, then you are free to actually do something for your life. So once again, if you want to face the reality, if you want to lose weight, this is the video for you. If you don't want to face the reality, you don't want people telling you the truth, please be my guest, stop this video and watch another video. Now that I say that, let's go straight to the point. So let's begin with talking about priorities. We all have priorities. It's up to you what priorities you have, of course. Your priorities are your priorities, my priorities are my priorities. But that's the first thing that you have to be honest with yourself. Is weight loss a priority for you? If it is, why you not putting the time? Why you making excuses? If it's not a priority, be honest with yourself. See, contemplate your life and think about it. Why is it that I'm not putting the time to exercise and eat healthy? Is my health is not important to me? What else is more important to me? Why I'm spending so much time in other things? Such as maybe watching TV, surfing on the internet, drinking, partying, having fun with friends. And I'm not saying that anything of this is bad. What I'm saying is maybe you're putting a lot of time in these things. If weight loss is a priority, then put it as a priority. So that's the first thing that you should know. It should be a priority. If it's not a priority, of course you're going to be making excuses because it's not a priority. So to begin with, make it a priority. If it's not, be honest with yourself and stop making excuses and don't try to lose weight because it's not going to happen. No matter how much money you spend, it no matter if you set up goals, no matter if you have your resolution, your New Year resolution, no matter, doesn't matter anything, it's not a priority. Now, so let's begin by explaining reasons. Now, the reasons that I'm gonna give you to you right now, that doesn't mean there are the only reasons. There are more real reasons out there why you're missing your exercise program. Now, but you really need to sit and contemplate the real reasons and make sure they're not excuses or false reasons. So the reasons could be a loss of a loved one. If you lost somebody that you love, of course you're gonna be depressed. It's an emotional pain that you're going through. You need to go into grieving. There is a lot of things that you need to understand. There is a lot of things that you need to get into place before you can go to your exercise program. And if it just happened in this week, there is a lot of things that you also need to do, such as a funeral. There is a lot of things that you have to go through that. So that's not an excuse. That's a real reason. But, of course, think about this. If it just happened within a week, there is a lot of things that you have to go through, like I said. But then what's going to happen after that week? Even though you're in depression, even though you're into that much pain, even though you still want that person to come back, even though you haven't come out with you haven't understand why that person is gone, or it might be things that you wanted to say to that person that is gone, and you weren't be able to actually say those things, or you wanted to spend that time with that person, whatever it is that is going through your head. it is legitimate, it is true. But after a week, even though you're depressed for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months, for a year, that person is not gonna come back. That person is gone. You need to get over it. And I'm not saying getting over it is gonna be overnight, forget about it and that's it. No. It is true that you're gonna be in pain, and probably you're not gonna be in pain for 1 week, for 2 weeks. You're gonna be in pain for months or even years. But you can't just be frozen in your house without working, without doing anything to progress, without doing anything in life, only because you lost a loved one. Just imagine that person, you're not letting that person rest because you're still depressed while that person is gone. I know, like I said, it's very painful. I'm not saying it's not painful, I'm not saying it's not real, I'm not saying that you should ignore it, but you should continue with your life. So once you miss a couple of weeks, maybe 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, you need to get into your routine with your work, with your wife, or if it's not your wife, with your family, with your purpose, with your goal, with your exercise. You need to get back into your feet. So that's a real reason. That's a real reason when you love somebody and you lost that person. But you need to get into your feet after 1-2 weeks, and you need to continue. Exercise is gonna help you to overcome that. It's gonna give you more energy. It's gonna give you dopamine in your brain. It's gonna help you forget a little bit about it, and you're gonna continue losing weight, which in that moment might be not very important. But if you think about it, if you stop exercising in 2-3 months, or let's say you take psychiatric drugs, or let's say you go into drinking, or you overeat or whatever because of your depression, think about 2 years later, you're gonna be overweight. You're not gonna be where you wanna be, only because you stopped doing the things that really help you. So you need to get back into your feet, and you need to go back to exercise. So that's one reason. Second reason, a real injury. If you broke a bone, of course, I don't think a good personal trainer or a capable doctor or even you are expecting you to go and exercise with a broken bone. You need to let that broken bone heal. Whatever it takes, 6 weeks, okay, perfect. That's a reason why you should stop exercising. But what's going to happen when it heals? You need to go back into exercise. That's another real reason. Let's find out another real reason. Let's say you're a busy person and you have a schedule and you have every single slot of your calendar set up and planned, and you know that this half an hour you're gonna be here, this hour you're gonna be here, these 2 hours you're gonna be here, you're gonna be working for this match, and you have it set up and you plan your day completely, and you plan to go and exercise in the morning, 6 in the morning. You wake up, you get ready, you go outside, you get in your car, you start your car, and then you step in the gas and you notice there is something wrong with the car, and you have a flat tire. Of course, you have your whole priority. You either do one or two things. You have your priority list, and then you notice if there is something that you can put aside and make a pause, and you should exercise and replace it, you may do that. But let's say every single slot that your agenda is a schedule, it's super important, it's a priority, and you miss that day of exercise. That's another real reason. You miss it because you didn't have that plan. It just happened. So that's a real reason. But that flat tire doesn't happen every day or doesn't happen every week. It happens once in a blue moon. So if it happened once, that's a real reason. If it happens often, that's an excuse. So those are 3 real reasons why you shouldn't go to exercise. They're not excuses, they're real reasons, and I bet there is more. Those are the 3 ones that I chose. So to help you understand that there are real reasons, and if you're not going to exercise because those reasons are happening, I mean, don't feel bad, because they're real reasons. If let's say a newborn, as an example, and it's your child and you want to be there, and of course it's a great event, you should be there. You should be in that event. You should be in your delivery on your son or daughter. You should miss exercise. I completely agree with it. That's another real reason. You should be exercising. You should be experiencing that event. So those are real reasons. They're okay for you to miss exercise. Now let's talk about a false reason. A false reason is something that you can go exercise, but your brain is telling you that you shouldn't exercise. So here's a great example. A cold. A cold is just a cold. If you exercise, it's gonna get better. If you, let's say a muscle spasm is something that the muscle becomes a knot. When that muscle becomes a knot, it's very painful. So what usually happens is that your brain sends a signal, or I should say, the muscle is sending a signal to your brain that is very painful, and then you interpret that signal as I should be exercising because it's very painful, which I agree and disagree. What do you mean? What do I mean with I agree and disagree? I agree because that's true. It's very painful, but you misinterpreting that signal. You need to understand what's a real injury and what's a mild injury. A mild injury is something that happens that allows you to do things. And even if you exercise, it's gonna help it even more. So here's a great example. I read in the courses that I'm taking in personal training that if you do, when you have a muscle spasm, you do exercise, it does help to send more blood into that area, and at the same time you move those muscles and those muscles start releasing. And the more you exercise, of course you're not gonna go intense as you used to do it in the beginning before the muscle spasm, but if you do exercise to certain level, that's gonna help you to heal faster, and that pain is gonna go away. No matter what, if that muscle spasm is gonna be there for 2 weeks, if you exercise or you don't exercise, the pain is gonna be there. So exercise is gonna help, and that's one. Two, if you don't exercise, you waste 2 weeks. If you exercise, you continue moving forward. So if it's very important, one, that you distinguish between a real injury and muscle spasm. And here's another example. Tightness. Sometimes tightness is the same thing. Many people stop exercising because they have tight knees, tight back. And I experience all that. And I know how does it feel. Now my recommendation is not for you just to go exercise and go all crazy and make it worse and just, I'm not expecting you to just be enjoying the pain all the time. What I'm saying is find solutions for your problem. If you have tight knees, stretch, do some massage, do something for you, for that pain to go away, but don't stop exercising. And that's a false reason, because yes, that's true, there is pain. Your brain is interpreting that as I should stop exercising, which I don't disagree with you in the way that's your interpretation. But what my point out of this is educate yourself about those things and get to know the right thing and continue exercising. And the reason why I'm telling you this is not because I want you to exercise, the doctor wants you to exercise. This is about you. Remember, it's about your goals. It's not about my goals. It's about your goals. You need to think about it. How much time I'm going to be wasting every single time that I feel a mild injury that is going to go away within 2 weeks if I do this very often, because exercising, lifting weights especially, does come with side effects, and one of them is muscle tightness, and you need to maintenance that by stretching and massaging and doing things like that. But if you get those, today was your knee, tomorrow is going to be your back, your lower back, next time it's going to be your neck, and every single time you take in 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, you're never going to get to your goal. So think about this. When you get those muscle spasms, when you get those false reasons, tell yourself such as cold. If you have fever, that's a reason why you shouldn't exercise. A fever is something serious. You should stay home. You should heal. Until you feel better, you should not be exercising. But a cold, it's only a cold. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get over that cold. That's another false reason. Yeah, you may have less energy. You may not feel in 100%, but you can still exercise. Because every single false reason gets in the middle, you're never gonna get to your goal, because there is always gonna be a reason for you not to come and exercise. So now, let's go to the next point. What people doesn't like to hear, excuses. I am too busy, or whatever excuse there is out there. There is so many excuses, so many. Think about it. If you continue coming up with excuses, you're never gonna get results. Remember, excuses don't deliver results. There is a real reason why you're not attending your sessions. Either because you don't like to exercise, either because your goals are not important, either because you don't losing weight is not a priority, either because you want an easy way to lose weight, and the only way that you can get out of your plan is by making excuses. If you're repetitive making excuses, think about your whole life. Think about where you're making excuses and when you're not progressing. And think about back in the past, where those excuses put you. Everybody knows that you're making excuses. Even though you think you're fooling people, you're not fooling people, because you even know there is an excuse. Everybody knows there is an excuse, and this is the reason why you haven't delivered results. So if you really want to deliver results, get those excuses out. Now, if your weight loss is not important, also be honest with yourself and say, it's not important to me. And it's okay. Everybody should respect your freedom or your choice, and should not force you to exercise, because that's true. It's your choice. But be honest with yourself. If you're hiring somebody to help you, that's maybe what that person needs to tell you. You need to stop making excuses, and that's probably why you're not delivering results. Let's summarize everything. There are some real reasons why you should be exercising, and don't be so hard on yourself if you're not exercising, because the real reasons, there is 4 reasons why you don't go to exercise. Make sure you learn about these 4 reasons. Get them out of the way. It's okay to be in pain once in a while. It's part of life. We all experience pain, and weightlifting and running, it does deliver some pain. Make sure it's something that is not an injury, such as broken bone or something you ill like fever. But if it's mild injury, you're gonna be fine. And then our excuses. The third one is very simple. Stop making excuses. Put your priorities in place, and then just get results. I hope this video helps. Please continue following us. If you have any comments, any complaints, any suggestions, anything, please comment on the bottom. I reply to you. I'm open to hear anything from you. Thank you so much, and hope to see you next time.